Hi, I'm Dr. Jim DeGraffenreid from ASU, and I'm going to do a simple demonstration of electrical circuits and explain how they work for you. So we're going to start out and use what's called a series circuit, and we're going to start off using one light bulb. I'm going to describe to you the equipment I've got here. So the first piece of equipment I've got is something that supplies power. In this case, I've got 3 D-cell batteries hooked up into this battery holder to supply the energy to move the electrons in the metal wires around. Then I've got these connecting wires, and then I've got a light bulb. Now this is a very simple circuit. The energy goes out of the battery through the white wire into the light bulb, lights the white wire into the light bulb, and then out of the light bulb back to the batteries. Now this is what we call a complete circuit. The energy has to have a way to get from the battery and back to the battery. Otherwise, it's not a complete circuit, and this light bulb won't light. And let's see that really quick. If I undo the power, notice the light bulb doesn't light anymore. But now I put it back in and it lights up. Now let's see what happens if we add a second light bulb. Now we have to make sure we add this light bulb in a way that the circuit is complete, that we still go all the way around. So how we're going to do that is we're going to use this white wire and this green wire to complete the circuit, and we will detach the green wire, and I'm going to put another light bulb in there. And so now we have the 2 light bulbs in there. Now if you'll remember before, the one light bulb was very, very bright. Kind of blinded us here in the camera. But now notice they're dimmer. Why are they dimmer? Well, because each one is using the same amount of energy. Since there's 2 of them, we're using twice as much energy from the battery. So the battery is not supplying enough energy to keep both light bulbs lit at the same brightness as the first one. Now, what happens if we remove one light bulb? Well, if we remove one light bulb, then what will happen is the electricity will come out of through the white wire to this first bulb, across here to the second bulb, and then go back to the battery. We're going to unscrew this bulb. So the question you have to ask is, does it now have a path back to the battery? Because we remember that if it doesn't have a path back to the battery, we don't get the lights lighting up. So let's unscrew this one. Notice now that I've got it unscrewed, both light bulbs are out. Because what happens is, right here where this light bulb's out, there's a little metal wire inside this light bulb. That little metal wire is now no longer connected to the energy source. The energy doesn't go from here through the wire and back to the battery. There's a broken part. Now if I screw this back in, now I've got both my light bulbs lighting. Now I should probably explain to you again a little bit about how this light bulb works. This light bulb, inside it is a metal filament. And what happens is the metal filaments, it's like a little metal wire, and the metal filament heats up and it glows. And when it glows, it gives off light. So you have to have the electricity, you have to have the energy going through the metal wire in order for it to heat up and glow. And when we unscrew one of the bulbs, you no longer get the metal wire heating up because there's no longer any electricity, no longer any energy going through it. So when we have these 2 bulbs hooked up like this is called a series circuit. And it's series because everything's in a line. This battery's in a line with this one. See, it comes all through and all together and all connected. So that's how series circuits work. That's why your light bulbs light up. If you have a path out of the battery and a path back to the battery, you'll get the energy required to move the electrons around and light the light bulb. I hope you've enjoyed this and learned a little bit, and have a nice day.